Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for the next season. Lynn Tech starting their, what they hope will be a long tournament run, taking on Lunenburg. St. Mary's in their multicolored jerseys. Paul DeFelice in net for Lunenburg. Pedro Bamaca for Tech. Both teams looking for their 10th win. Tech is 9-4-5. Lunenburg is 9-7-2. And if it's anything like last night's game, this is, if you're used to seeing soccer on Channel 15, a tie is a tie. You know, Lunenburg has 2, Tech has 5 ties. Not that way this morning here at Manning Field. A tie, somebody has to win. They have to move on. Almost like the opening round of the city tournament. Tech wound up tie. That's one of their ties. But they had to play the game off because somebody had to move on to the championship round. That's the only time the game was extended because we had to have a winner to move on to the city tournament final. Yesterday's game, St. Mary's, it's a full 80 minutes against Auburn, 0-0. 2 10-minute sudden death periods, still 0-0. They finally went to the shootout. And St. Mary's won the shootout 7-6. When Garino made a big save after St. Mary's scored, hit their shot, Garino made a big save to win the game for St. Mary's, and they move on. So we're hoping it's not going to be that long today. Yesterday was a 3-hour game. A little bit of a feeling out period here as we're underway. They knock it deep, they knock it too deep, it goes out of play. It's hard to believe, it's almost like we just started the season with the city tournament, and here we are. The last soccer game of the year. Mishi gets taken down. And Tech will get the first free kick. Waiting for everybody to get in position. Upfield. Skips past it, deflects off a Lunenburg player right to the goaltender, DeFelice. Mary's keeping it in the Lunenburg end. And they push it down the far side. And bodies go down. They're letting them play a little bit. Lunenburg picks off the pass. And Tech takes it away. And Tech goes down. They call that one. Tech will get to kick it away. They give it back to Bemaka. And it went out of play. Tech couldn't save it. Popped straight up in the air, headed away. Tech broke that up. They had 2-on-1 if they complete that pass. Kick it long and deep. It'll take a couple of big bounces. Nonchalantly, DeFelice comes out, picks it up, boots it away. Well, there was a collision at the 45-yard line. They waited a few seconds, and they finally blow the whistle, and Tech will get another kick coming from their own 45. They boot it deep. Maybe almost got like a little bit of a touch. Couldn't get a lot on it. They broke out in front, and it just kind of maybe just slid off the knee of the leg right to the goaltender. Strong kick. I think it was Poljoy. Strong kick, got it to the net. Tech almost got a piece of that to try and deflect it in. Had to wait for that. It was behind him. They knock it deep again. DeFelice will come out and grab it. They get by down that far side, pushing it, trying to center it. Tech blocked it. Looking for Amici. He's out front, breaking. That's what they're looking for. Big save by DeFelice. That's the majority of Lintech's offense. Getting Amici loose. He walked in all alone, and DeFelice stoned him. What a great save. That's an ESPN highlight. That's a great play. Tech controlling, and Lunenburg takes it away. Nice defense. Knocked out. DeLeon put it in play. Tech tried to save it and couldn't. Lunenburg will get the throw in. Amici knocks it deep, and Tech couldn't quite get there. DeFelice got there first. He'll boot it away. Boots it high and deep. right to midfield. It's headed into the Tech area by Lunenburg. They pick it off. Tech knocks it back. Amishi looking to go get it. He's so quick. He tips it, and he knocks it home. Yeah, we just got through saying that's the strength of the Tigers. He got stoned before on a rocket. Now he just gets a little bit of a touch. It just dribbles by and goes in the back of the net, and Tech grabs a 1-0 lead. As Amishi goes, so goes the Tech offense. He's their leading scorer, and that's what they like to do. Knock it deep. He's so quick. He flew by everybody. Got stoned once, and now the hard shot, the rocket shot, was a great save by DeFelice. And now just getting a small piece and tipping it. It just slowly rolled by and into the net inside that far post. I'm not sure what the delay is. Something about with the Lunenburg player. I don't know whether he had something around his head. He was fixing something. They held it up, and he finally put it in play. They tip it by, but it's going to go out of play off Tech. And he said Lunenburg touched it, so Tech is going to get thrown. I thought Tech just threw it upfield, but Lunenburg got a piece of it. Tech knocks it deep. There's Amishi looking for it. DeFelice grabs it just ahead of Amishi. Almost gets set up for another shot. Poljoy broke it up. Down, got back up, down again. And after a couple of seconds, they blow the whistle. He went down first. They don't call it when you go down. They don't call it right away. That's for sure. Lunenburg gets their first free kick from the 35 over to the far side. They boot it deep, headed away by Tech. It never got to the net. It was right dead center. Amishi pushing it up, knocking it deep, looking for a break. Tech gets there, and it gets knocked out off Lunenburg. Tech will get the first corner kick. Division III opening game as DeFelice gets a couple of hands on it and knocks it away. And Lunenburg knocks it out. I'm not quite sure how long a trip it was for Lunenburg, but it was any length of time. It's tough for them because the game is 10 o'clock. Tech, home game here at 10, didn't have to get up that early. They knock it deep, foot race, and they croak Lunenburg and knocked him down, no call. little cross body block. They didn't call it. Now, Tech goes down, and they call it. Wow, Lunenburg a little upset at that one. They were looking to tip it by, maybe walk in, and they got knocked down. No call. Now, paddling for the ball. Tech, both players went down. They called it against Lunenburg. Tech will get the free kick from just outside the 20, from the far side. And he kicked that way out of play. No chance to make a play on that kick. Lunenburg's bench has not sat down. They've been standing up all the way through this first half. Off a couple of bodies. Lunenburg knocked it out. Give it back to Poljoy. Lunenburg takes it away. Blocked. Lunenburg almost had a breakaway. Bamaka comes out. Just as they were going to push it ahead, to go ahead, the ball took one of those wacky spins and didn't lay in front of the would-be scorer. It kind of bounced behind him, and all he could do was kind of push it ahead. Bamaka was able to come out, scoop it up, kick it away. So they were about a half a step away from taking a shot, and Tech got the benefit of that little strange bounce. Tech takes it away, and he knocked it deep. Lunenburg will knock it up in the seats. She couldn't keep it in. He's just got a while to go. He's only a junior. The Moreno family are the coaches. Eric Moreno, I have to say senior, because junior is the coach of Classical. They knock it deep. Tech gets there and takes it away, but they were looking for 2-on-1 to try and make a pass to Omishi, but Lunenburg tied it up long enough that they could just take it away and try to make a play. Lunenburg trying to knock it deep. All the way back to Poljoy. He drills it deep, looking for a break. Amici out in front again. DeFelice robs him again. And we're going to call against Tech for contact. DeFelice. Amici's been out front 3 times. He scored once, But DeFelice made two tremendous, another tremendous save by DeFelice to keep his team in the game. They pop it ahead, and Tech breaks it up. They had one free kick that they knocked deep that Tech, it never got to Bemaka. It was headed away by the defense. And they haven't come close to getting a shot on net. They knock it deep again. Amici was offside. DeFelice has had a busy time in net. Bolzoy knocks it back upfield. Lunenburg picks off the pass. Tech is just not letting Lunenburg get started. They move the ball down, but then they break it up. Tip is going to go out of play. And Amici just drilled. Cross body block. Thank God the young man's getting up. Ian Laundry just got cross body blocked by Amici. Got knocked out, not out of bounds, out onto the track. And he didn't call anything. He just called it out of play. Pass across, Lunenburg broke it up. And Lunenburg can't save it. It's a beautiful day. It's like nothing but blue, not a cloud in sight. As DeFelice comes out and grabs it with a Tech jersey bearing down on him. Bright blue sky, the sun is out nice, and it's nice that it's behind us and not over to the left where you would get blinded if you look to your left. And it's up in the 60s, going to be up in the 70s later in the day. They're talking about record setting up in the mid or higher 70s tomorrow, Sunday. And it's amazing because we're in November. The weather has been great. And it's nice that they can, since they're playing in shorts and short sleeve shirts, that they're not down there in 20, 30, 40 degree weather. And they knock the player down. It was Owen Tuttle that they knocked down. Lunenburg got a head on it, tipped it toward the net. Bemaka came out, grabbed it, falls on it. There was a white shirt bearing down on him. Heck, moving it up. Ahead to Amici. Taken away from him. And they knock it down deep. Trying to go deep down the far side. Tech is there to take it away. And he get it out of their area fairly quickly. Back to the Lunenburg end. They knock it deep. Amisi's offside. Actually, there were two people offside. I think Human on the other side was offside as well. Wasn't Human, it was De Oliveira. This is about as deep as they've been with the ball. They get around, and Tech knocks it out. Lunenburg will get their first corner kick. The kick they got on net that was headed away by the defense came from long range, a free kick. This is the deepest they've been. It skips past everybody. Lunenburg keeps it alive. It gets cleared away, and Amisi tried to knock it by, couldn't. Lunenburg takes it away, keeps it in the Tech end. Knocked out by Tech. I think that was De Leon. Throw in, Tech knocks it away. Lunenburg keeps it in. This is the longest it's been in the Tech end. Tech's going to get called for a takedown. So they get another free kick, just about where they got the last one from. They put it right on the net. It got headed away. We got a head on it, but they tipped it away from the net, over to the far side. Tech cleared it away. And Lunenburg knocked it out. So they kept it. Even with the corner kick, they didn't put any pressure on Bamaka because the corner kick went wide over to the far side. They kept it in the Tech end longer than they've kept it the entire first half, but nothing to show for it. And they take a timeout down the field with Tech leading in this preliminary tournament game. Tech 1, Lunenburg nothing. They come out of the timeout with the throw-in by Lunenburg, and they got it back in the Tech end, trying to keep it there. And Tech clears it away, headed back. And he pushed it too far. Tech got a piece of it, and he cleared it away. Back checking by Lunenburg takes it away. And then Tech knocks it out. Tuttle puts it in play, and he gets it back, pops it high in the air, goes by everybody, and Tech will clear it away. Blocked and knocked back upfield, but defense is there to go get it and knock it out of play. Here's De Leon stepping in, getting a piece, knocking away, and Tech will knock it upfield. And here's a push from behind, knocking Tech down. That's an easy call. Pojoy will kick it away. He's got a strong leg. He can almost reach the net from here. Drills it upfield, headed away by Lunenburg. They knock it deep. They try to knock it deep. Tech picks it off. And we another takedown. Tech will get another free kick from right around the 20-yard line from the far side. Easy pickings to get it to the net. Look where somebody get a piece of it. They get it up, out in front. Just a little too high. Tech went up, couldn't get a head on it. And it slipped by, went out of play. I think it was De Oliveira looking to get a head on it. Blocked. De Oliveira off the foot of Amici. Tech again, keeping it in the Lunenburg end. And a cross-body block knocks Tech out, and they'll get the free kick. They were looking to step in and get a foot on it, and they got knocked down. And another takedown. He pushed it by Lunenburg. As he went to go around to get him, he got bumped and knocked down. They kick a little bit of a ground ball. They squeeze by a few, get by another one. Tipping it ahead, Tech trying to get there. Lunenburg will let it go and it goes out of play. And he'll kick it away. They kick it all the way back to Bemaka. He hasn't been tested at all by Lunenburg. They've had it in the Tech area, but they can't get a shot. The one shot they have was the free kick that got to the net, but was headed away by the defense. Bemaka didn't have to make the save. As Pozoy steps in and knocks it upfield and out of play. Blocked. Nice defense again. And Tech knocking it deep again. Lunenburg knocks it out of play. Tech leading at 1-0 on the breakaway goal by Amici. Amici could have made it 3-0. He had 3 breakaways. DeFelice made 2 outstanding saves on the first one and the third one. In between, Amici just got a piece. Beating DeFelice to the ball and just tipping it past. The 2 rockets DeFelice made saves on. So that's where we are. Amici's goal, giving it Tech a 1-0 lead here late in this first half. Tech can't keep it in. Out off Tuttle of Lunenburg. Everybody trying to get something going. Tech keep it in, but now they're going to knock it out. It's going to go out of play. Off Lunenburg. We get a Tech substitution. I think it's Zavala putting it in, even with the Tech players right down in front of us with these uniforms. They're nice uniforms, but it's hard to pick up the numbers. Actually, it's almost impossible, and when you're on the far side of the field, forget it. No way can you tell the number of the player when they're that far away. Tech player went down. He's getting up. He's getting up. They didn't make the call. So if they didn't make the call, I'm getting up. They tip it ahead. DeFelice comes out and grabs it. Couple of Tech uniforms going for the ball. DeFelice just got out there and grabbed it. He's keeping his team in the game. Paddling right in front of the Lunenburg bench. Both players went down. They call it off Tech. And they actually called contact on Tech because they get a free kick. Blocked, almost picked off. Almost picked off again by De Oliveira. They knocked it very deep, headed away by Tech. Lunenburg looking for it, and there's Poljoy knocking it away. Tech's defense is not letting Lunenburg get anywhere near Bermaka, and he's here to knock it out. Off Lunenburg. Should be another full day here at Manning Field. Kip football coming in, another tournament game. broken up nicely. I think it was De Leon. Blocked to the middle. Tech comes up with it and pushes it quickly. Back into Lunenburg end. Looking for a Misi. They step in and Lunenburg takes it away. They knock it very deep. Takes a big hop and almost went in the net. They kicked that from just inside midfield. Deep release come out like, I'll pick this one off. It took a huge bounce, and he had to go up in the air and get a hand on it, and it almost went under the top crossbar. That was almost a nonchalant 2-0 lead for Tech. Deep release just went up and got a hand on it. It took that big bounce right over his head. And he just able to tip it and keep it out and then grab it and kick it away. To the near side. Tech getting there first. And they bang it out off Lunenburg. Tech will get a corner kick. Now they're saying it didn't go off the end line. It went out the sideline, so it's a throw-in. Tech keeps it in. They take the shot high, wide, slicing it off to the right side. They blow the whistle. And that's the end of the first half. So Amici had 3 breakaways. He connected on 1. And that's where we are at halftime. With a half left to move on in the tournament, Lintech has a 1-0 lead over Lunenburg. Just about set as we're back here at Manning Field for the start of the second half. We're underway. Tech leading at 1-0. And we got bodies going down. And Lunenburg is going to get a free kick. Grigori Amici with the 1 goal. Could have had 2 more. But Paul G. Felice stoned him twice. And he could have had another one. Kind of a freak goal. A long kick from midfield, took a high hop, actually went up over the goaltender's head. He just got a piece, just got a finger on it. That one, a line shot that hit the outside part of the near post and went out of play. That was a rocket. Bemaka couldn't get to it. Lunenburg inches away from tying the game up. That was a rocket and a half. Mason Whitcomb with that shot. And he was that close to tying this game up. It just hit the outside part of the near post and went out of play. I don't think Bamaka even saw it. That's the closest Lunenburg has come. Tech gets there and knocks it out. Bodies go down as it goes out of play, off Tech. skips past, trying to line up a shot. It got blocked as they were taking it. They take another shot and they drill it high, wide, and over everything out of play. Hojoy will kick it away. And there's that leg. He gets it out to midfield. Couple of heads keeps it in the Tech end. And now Tech clears it out. Deflected off Amisi. Body's going down. And Lunenburg is going to get a free kick. Amisi was going for it, and he laid on top of the Lunenburg player and took him down. They knock it deep. It slips past and goes out of play. Tech takes it away. Amisi out in front. Knocked down from behind. They finally blow the whistle. And Lunenburg gets knocked down. I have to offer a very big apology. I'm so used to seeing Pedro Bemaca in net. The goaltender is William Martinez. I just noticed his number. I just assumed almost every game we did, it's been Bemaca. And it's William Martinez in net. So I apologize to William Martinez. Both he and Bemaca are sophomores. And I didn't even bother until I just noticed that there was a number on his back. When I saw the number, I realized it's William Martinez. So William, I apologize for that. As that clears it away. Tech sliding, gets a piece and knocks it out. It went out off Lunenburg. With the contact, Tech will get the free kick. I'm not sure what the delay is now. The referee is looks like Somebody got hurt. Yeah, I'm sorry, you didn't see it. There's a Tech player down with that contact. And the trainer's coming out to check. I couldn't see it because he's almost out on the track, so he was almost out of sight. So, looks like he's okay. The trainer came out, and the young man, impossible to pick up his number. He's walking under his own steam back. It's a long walk. He's going all the way around. He'll wind up walking behind the Lunenburg bench to get back to his bench. But we're thankful he's okay. Amici pushes it forward, walking in. DeFelice again. Great pass by Amici. And DeFelice got hit a little bit. He slid and collided with the Tech player and just grabbed the ball before Tech could knock it home. Great pass by Amici. And a sliding DeFelice came out. Another great save by DeFelice. He's been outstanding in net. They get tipped around. DeFelice will grab it coming out of the net and boot it away. They knock it very deep. Tech got a head on it. It winds up going out. Lunenburg's going to get a corner kick. They kicked that 1.5 miles. Coming from the far side, we haven't had too many corner kicks. Lined out in front, it goes right by everybody. Line shot, nobody in standing in front of the net could even touch it. It went right from the far side to the near side, right out of play. He kicked it well, put it right out in front of the net, low enough so somebody could get a piece of it, but nobody touched it. Lunenburg takes it away, Tech takes it back, and they knock it out of play. Knock loose. Tech coming down the near side. And Amici's offside. You can't believe it. Angel made the pass, but they blew the whistle. And another strong kick, knocking it deep. And he couldn't save it. Sean Whalen, what a foot he's got. He kicked that a long way. I think he was the young man that kicked it from about the 30-yard line. It hit inside the near post, almost tied the game up. Amici out in front, pushing it ahead. And they call offside again. Every time they call the offside, Mishi just throws his hands up and says, I can't believe they're calling offside. I mentioned the Moreno family, Eric Sr., the coach, but I didn't mention Brianna Moreno, who's the assistant, outstanding athlete in high school and college. Tech knocks it out. Lunenburg's best chances have come from long range. The free kick that was dead center of the net that got headed away by the defensive Tech. And then that free kick, as Martinez grabs it and holds on. Then that free kick that lined a laser beam that Martinez, I still don't think he saw it. It just hit the outside part of the near post. If it hits the inside part, it's liable to pop in. They knock it deep. Tech is there to pick it off. Lunenburg knocks it out. Hold on. Yeah, we got a Tech player down away from the play. And trying to earn her money. She's out there again. It's nice to see the young man walk out on his own steam. And we get back to soccer. Tech knocking it deep. And Whalen is back there to knock it away. Try to tip it ahead. Defense does a good job. They knock it deep. And there's DeFelice coming out and grabbing it. He just throws it upfield. Tech back at it, down the near side. Nice defense. That was Whalen knocking it away. Actually, it was Coronella knocking it away. Tech knocks it out. Just about 15 minutes in to the second half, 1-0 Tech. As we get a whistle, contact, they knock Lunenburg down. So from about the 20-yard line, Whalen will take the kick. He's got a leg and a half. Get out of the way. You don't want to get hit by his line shots. They're moving that Tech picket fence back a little bit. You try to pooch it, you get under it, just lifted it high and over everything and out of play. They haven't been able to really put anything on net. They've had it in the Tech end, but can't get a good scoring opportunity. Martinez really hasn't been tested. They knock it deep. Amici gets there. Centers it. Lunenburg got a piece and knocked it away. They put it right on the foot of Tech at the 15-yard line, but they couldn't get control of the ball. It was bouncing, so they couldn't take the shot. Now they take it from long range. They knock it wide left. If that ball was on the turf, Tech could have got a pretty good shot from the 15-yard line. But it was bouncing up just enough that they had to try and get control, and by the time they did, they couldn't get the shot off. And when they did, they pushed it way left. Lunenburg comes away with it, pushing it down the far side. Tech gets there first. Lunenburg blocked it. Martinez comes out. He's out of the net. He was out of the net. The ball was bouncing around. Nobody could get control of it. Tech finally knocked it out to take the pressure off. He goes out off Tech again. Headed away and knocked away by Tech. Blocked and taken away nicely. Pojoy knocks it away. Amici got a head on it. He went down. He took Whalen with him. Coming down the middle, taking a shot, got blocked. Off the side of the head, I think, of Sean Whalen. Lunenburg will kick it away. Tech knocking it deep. Amici trying to get there. Gets around. And DeFelice robs him again. Amici, great hustle. Tipped it by. Went to go get it as he took the shot. DeFelice robbed him again. That's the fourth time that they've been one-on-one. Amici got it by once. DeFelice has robbed him 3 times. Lunenburg picked it off. Trying to knock it deep. Tech gets a foot on it, breaks it up. They knock it deep again. Whalen knocks it upfield. Down that far side. Tech pass a little bit behind the intended receiver. Lunenburg winds up with it. They pass off stride. Tech coming down the near side, trying to walk in. Still in. Trying to center it. Lunenburg broke it up. Nice defense there. Broken up. A little behind the back. Pushing it toward the net. Deeples comes out and grabs it. And he boots it high and deep. Martinez will play it. And he'll hold on to it. And he'll kick it away. Whalen headed it away. Tech trying to knock it deep, broken up. And a nice play by Whalen again. He's played very well back there. Bodies go down. They finally blow the whistle. Let's see what they're going to call. Everybody coming together. Everybody went down. They're lining up a penalty kick for Tech. They're calling the takedown by Lunenburg in the box. And Tech is going to get a penalty kick. And this is huge. What number's taking the kick? I think it's Kevin Uman taking the kick. This could be huge. There were what, 3 or 4 bodies that went down. They could have called it either way. They called it on Lunenburg, and it was in the box. So Tech winds up with a penalty kick with a chance to maybe put this one away. And they knock it home. Pojoy. Alexander Pojoy posing for the fans. I don't know if it's got to be a relative. I don't know if it's his sister, Helen. Outstanding. One of the better soccer players around, playing for the girls' team for Lynn Tech. So the family is soccer oriented. That's a tough assignment for DeFelice. I always talk about the Grand Canyon. That net is so huge. It's awful hard. All you can do is guess. As they run up to the ball to kick it, you move left or you move right and hope that you guessed that that's where they're going. And he guessed he was going to the near post, and he went to the far post and knocked it home. And Tech has what could be considered a commanding 2-0 lead, and we're past the halfway mark of the second half. As Martinez knocks it down, grabs it, and there was a little bit of contact, and he went down hard, and he's rolling around. He's getting up, and he's fine. I don't know what that was all about. Didn't even look like the Luna player even touched him. I'm sorry to say that some of these young players have been watching the pro soccer players and even some of the pro basketball players now. And everybody, flopping has become a big part of the sport. And you don't want to see anybody get hurt. But when you look and see them go down like they're shot from a gun, and then they get up as quick as they went down, and they're bouncing around, getting back in the game, you have to wonder what's going on. So it's 2-0 now. That's a huge goal. Amici takes it away. Looking to walk in. Shot got blocked. Lunenburg knocks it out. It won't be a corner kick. It deflected and went over the sideline. So it'll be a throw-in. But Amici again walked in, and they were able to double or triple him and get a piece of the shot. And he just knocked it out. They take the shot from long range. It goes wide left and out of play. Lunenburg trying to go as quick as they can because they don't need one anymore. They need two. As they say that, with just over 15 minutes left in the second half, Tech leading it 2-0. We got a timeout down the field. Lunenburg has to get a giddy up in their step because now they need two to get back in this. And they really haven't had, I shouldn't say, they have one good shot on net, and it came from long range. As Lunenburg goes down, and he'll get another free kick from the 20-yard line. They're going to move it back to the 25. This, from about this range, was the one good shot they had. Dead center, though. Actually, it was a little further back. And they hit the outside part of the near post. That was dead center, just over the top crossbar. That did not miss by much. That was Nicholas Coronella with that line shot. And now two Tech players got knocked down with no call. Tech knocks it out, and they're calling it off Lunenburg, who hit it last. Tech will kick it away. Pojoy will do the honors. They let it roll. Martinez will come out and grab it at the side of the net. And he just rolls it over to his defender. And it gets kicked into the Lunenburg bench area. Down deep. Lunenburg just kept it in, but they kicked it right to Tech. Tech takes it away. They knock it deep, and the police will come out and grab it again and boot it away. Lunenburg goes down. It winds up in the Lunenburg bench area. Tech got the throw in. Knocked deep. Whalen got there first. They slipped past, Tech walking in. If they kept going, they would have got a good shot. They stopped and cut back to their left. They had it on their right foot, going in the right direction, and they tried to fake the defense by stopping and coming back to the left, and it cost them a shot on net. They blow the whistle for something. Whalen kicked it upfield, but they blew the whistle. And they're going to do it again. Coming up on 10 minutes left. Lunenburg trying to beat the clock, but they need 2. They don't need 1. Down the near side. And what they finally blow the whistle. Tech got knocked down. Human wound up laying on top of the ball. He stood up with the ball in his hand. They still hadn't blown the whistle. They finally give Tech a free kick. Human will take it. Bodies go down. Tech knocks it home. Defelice came out and knocked one of his defenders down, knocked the Tech player down. Gabriel Alvarez is getting credit for the goal. Defelice came out to try and get the ball. And here we go again. All of a sudden, it's a scoring binge. Human gets involved. But the goal before that, Defelice came out looking to get the ball. He took down the defender in front of him, took down the Tech player, left the ball loose, and Alvarez said, "Thank you very much," and just knocked it in the open net. And now Human does the same thing. The net was wide open. Here comes Amisi. Tech was way offside. So obviously Tech is going to move on. Fatty went out off Lynn Tech. We'll have substitutions for both teams. So 1-0. Lunenburg was still in it late, and then all of a sudden, that penalty kick made all the difference in the world, and then back-to-back goals. Very quick back-to-back goals. Tech got knocked down. They knock it deep. They're going to let it go all the way to Martinez. He kicked it off his own player. Back up field. He came out to kick it up, and he kicked it off his own player. And now Lunenburg knocks it out. The sun comes out now as strong as it's been. But it hasn't been a problem as it's been in the past. Usually the sun is right over to the left, and you take a quick peek to your left, you get blinded. Not so now. Knocked out off Tech. Lunenburg trying to go quickly, but so effort and futility now with the score 4-0. Lunenburg went down. Tech went down. Berg taking the shot. It got deflected by Tech out. Lunenburg will get a corner kick. Headed away by Tech. They played well out in front of Martinez. Lunenburg kept it alive. They were coming in from the far side, and they got a foot under it, knocked it up over everything and out of play. We're down to the last 5 minutes. So we mentioned both teams were looking for win number 10. And win number 10 is going to be Lynn Tech. Tough bus ride home for Lunenburg. So it was 1-0 on the goal by Amici at halftime. Stayed that way for a while. Lunenburg had one chance. That line shot that we thought was Sean Whalen. A laser beam that beat Martinez, but hit the near post. It came from out around the 30, 35-yard line, the free kick. He drilled it, and it hit the outside part of the near post and went out of play. And that's the closest they've come. They had one other free kick in the first half that was dead center, but got headed away by the defense. Never got to Martinez. Amici couldn't collect. He was offside anyway. Bounced up. He tried to get a foot on it to get a shot off, but wouldn't have counted even if he did. As we're playing out the string here now. Lead pass. Looking for the shot. Another great save by DeFelice. That was a hard shot, rising, going under the top crossbar. He just dove, got two hands on it, and knocked it away. And away from the play, we got a Tech player flattened inside the 5-yard line. I don't know where that came from. And the trainer's going to have to come out. So again, we're happy that they're walking out under their own steam. It doesn't seem to be really serious. Martinez comes way out of the net, way off to his left to scoop up that ground ball, and he'll kick it away. Time winding down. This the last soccer game of the season here at Manning Field, unless they bring a state semi or final, but I don't think they will because they play at the host, the high seed home field. I don't know if they play the state championship on a neutral field. If they did, then there could be a game back here. Trying to walking in, chipped it high over the net and out of play. So Lunenburg season is going to be finished. Tech will be the second Lynn team moving on. St. Mary's boys eked out a win, just barely, after two sudden death overtimes. They won a shootout 7-6. They played 100 minutes of soccer without anybody scoring. Trying to center it, they knock it out of play. And it can't be a lot of talent, although we did have some stoppage with injuries. They blow the whistle, and that's going to do it. So Tech gets the win. They'll go to 10-4-5. Lunenburg will finish up at 9-8-2. Amici got robbed twice in the first half by DeFelice, but the two rockets, but then he was able to stick his foot in and just nip it and dribble it by DeFelice, knocking it in, getting the goal to make it 1-0 at halftime. It stayed that way for a while, and finally there was a collision out in front. They called a takedown by Lunenburg. It gave Tech a penalty kick, and Alexander Poljoy banged it home to make it 2-0. And very quickly, there was a kick toward the net. DeFelice came out to get it. He banged into his defender. He took his defender and and a Tech player down, but sitting on the doorstep was Gabriel Alvarez, who knocked it in the open net to make it 3. And then seconds later, it was Kevin Human who wound up with it, and he had an open net with DeFelice way out, and he knocked it in to make it 4-0, and that was the final score. So as I mentioned, Tech will pick up their 10th win, go to 10-4-5, and they'll move on to the quarterfinals of Division III state tournament. And we wish them the best of luck. They won't be home, but we'll see if they can maybe take on St. Mary's. If they could take on St. Mary's, they'd be home. But that has to be a finagling of teams losing and teams winning. So we've got 2 soccer teams moving on. We've got the Classical girls and St. Mary's girls. St. Mary's girls will play Monday. Classical girls are playing away today. So we got a chance on having 4 Lynn soccer teams moving on in the tournament, but we've got at least 2 that we know of. So congratulations to Coach Moreno, his daughter Brianna, and the Tech Tigers as they move on in the state tournament with a 4-0 win over Lunenburg with 4 different scorers, although Amici could have had a bundle. He got robbed 3 or 4 times. So 4-0 Tech over Lunenburg. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.